Welcome to the Zesty Ginger Podcast. We are Megan and Dr. Alex. We are here for transformation. Yours, ours, and the collective. Personal and professional for practitioners. But not just any transformation. Compassionate transformation. Because between the two of us, we have seemed to have done things the painful way. Let our pitfalls become your stepping stones. We aren't afraid to share our raw and vulnerable truths in order to help you transform your thinking, your body, your heart, and your soul. Combining 15 years of functional medicine with brain-based habit change to lead you to the best life possible in a compassionate way. Compassion, yes, yet plan to roll up your sleeves. Transformation requires your participation. And a quick reminder, this information is not meant to diagnose, manage, or treat disease. Always consult with your doctor, not this doctor, before making changes. Now let's get into the episode.
Hey, welcome back. You've made it to part 5 of the possibility series. Yeah, I'm sorry. I won't sing. I won't sing in episodes. That's not kind to you. Instead, I'm going to tell you a joke. How do you get a squirrel to like you? You act like a nut. Oh, gosh. That's a good one. Anywho, so if you have not gone back to start at part 1, go ahead and do that now. This is a series and we're on part 5. This is the series of possibility where we're spending December together to really rewire for what's possible. And today, if you have not yet heard of the be, do, have model, we're going to talk about that today. And you probably have from us, maybe someone else. It's very, very, very powerful. So what is this? This is the idea that often we think that when we have something, we will then do something different, and then we will be a different way. So when I have more money, then I will go do that training, and then I will be happy. Okay, so this is the model of thinking that first there has to be something we have in order to get to emotion. Well, I have some exciting news for you. The end state, those emotions, the things that we're going for, and the reason why we literally do everything is to get to that emotion, to have that feeling of joy and connection and happiness, whatever it is for you, peace. But that thing that we're hoping to be, we can have that now. It's exciting, right? And the thing is that by having that now, by being and feeling in that state now, and by practicing that, like when I said in the last time, well, the last part in the last episode, that if you were to get up and get into a clear intention and elevated every morning, elevated emotion every morning, you would already be in the state that you were hoping to get to without even having to do or have anything. And then magically what happens is the things that you would have done to get to that thing that you thought, you now just have them. So that's when the lake house showed up for me. When I was just being the person, I was just being the person who believed I had it. Being the person who had the feeling and acting like the person who would have it. I was taking the action. I was doing the things. And then I had it. But I didn't wait to have the lake house to then be the identity of someone with a lake house. Does that make sense? We're going to flip the script. Be, do, have. First, we're going to be the thing. Okay, and here's a little question for you today from your workbook. Now, what are you best at? Just whatever pops into your mind. Are you best at starting things, changing things, or stopping, which can also be finishing things? So I am best at starting things. What are you worst at? Starting things, changing things, or stopping, finishing things? So I am worse at stopping and finishing things. So if you're worse at stopping or finishing things, this could be like you don't finish a book. This could be like you don't stop or end some kind of friendship or relationship or something that's gone on too long. If you're worse at starting things, then maybe you just kind of look at your thing and you're like overwhelmed by everything. And you're like, oh, there's too many projects, and you never do anything. Changing things, when you're good at changing things, this is like from shifting from one part to next. These people are great at improving things. So they might not be great at, starting the project. They're not going to have the initiative of like, yeah, let's do this thing. But once it's going, they'll be really good at improving it. And they might also not be the person to bring it home. So there's different people for all these categories. So now here's what I want you to ask yourself. Now, if you were worse at starting things, let's say you circled that you were worse at starting things. This is the question I want you to ask yourself. And this is all I want you to ponder for today. If you said you're worse at starting things, ask yourself this question. Why can't you be who you want to be? I want you to pause and give that an honest answer. So if that's you, just pause here. Now, if you were the worst thing was worst at changing things, I want you to ask yourself this question. Why can't you do what you want to do? Pause there. Now, if you were worst at stopping things, ask yourself this question. Why can't you ever get what you want? There's some things to noodle on for the day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for filling out the workbook every day. And you will have 2 days to catch up now. You'll have the weekend. We won't have anything else until Monday. So my suggestion is always to stay up to date on the week so that you have your workbook filled in. And these last few have been very short, so you've got this. Fill it in, send it to us. Well, you don't have to send it to us yet. I misspoke. That will be later. That will be by January 3rd. Fill it in. Keep it. Go ahead and leave us a review because that's one of your tasks on the podcast. And if you want to grab our meditation, you'll know where to find it, zestyginger.com/meditations, so you can secure this in to your neurology in a faster way and have an audio to go along. And please grab a friend. We're still at the beginning of this series. Grab a friend to do this with. If you haven't shared this with anyone, please think of somebody you can take a picture of this and text to right now, because we want everybody to have the possibility and everyone to feel that possibility going into 2023, because we all know that we could use some more people thinking possibly. Okay, we'll end this episode with some possibility. Thanks for being here.
Hi, my name is Sarah. At the beginning of 2022, my life was a mess. I had just birthed my second baby, and I had 2 babies in one calendar year, one in January of 2021 and the other at the beginning of December. Both were extremely tough pregnancies and tough immediate postpartum periods with a lot of challenges with each baby. And beginning of 2022, I felt like crap. I felt like I had a flu every day and I was in pain every day. And the responsibility of taking care of these 2 tiny people and a household, 2 little people who depended on me for everything, was so overwhelming that the thought of taking my life occurred to me multiple times a day. And the thought of not living anymore gave me a sense of relief. I felt like I did not have any control over my life, over my emotions, over what happened in my day, and it did not feel good. I decided at my husband's encouragement to work with a health coach in spring of 2022, and that was the first step I took in advocating for myself, in choosing to put myself first and pour back into myself everything I'd poured back into everyone else around me. And that was a huge shift. I started to feel better. I started to feel lighter. Activity was easier and I felt more comfortable in my body every day. And that opened me up to start listening to the podcast more intensely and to feel up to the challenge, the brain-based habit challenge, and even up to the practitioner training, traveling away from my family for an entire week to pour into myself this investment of knowledge and growth. And I'm telling you, that changed everything. I feel now like I have the tools and the perspective to be who I truly want to be and to act for my higher self and to know and to embody that that's possible and to be able to feel my bright future and to know that I'm stepping toward that every day.
Thanks for coming out to hang with us on the podcast. It is our goal to transform the way women are treated in healthcare. And we need your help. We need your help to get the word out. We have a lofty goal of 1 million downloads. And we know that as this podcast grows, we're going to be able to reach more women, get more amazing speakers for you, and bring the most cutting-edge information.
If you found these podclasses helpful, please take a moment to text 5 women you know the link to the series. We appreciate your help so much. Can't wait to see you next time.